You may have thought that October was all about Halloween and rain. I don't know if you can hear, but it's raining very heavily here. And of course it is. But it's also the month of cybersecurity awareness. And where would we be without this month to be able to share good practice and warn against bad practice and just talk about generally what's going on in business at the moment, and try and share some good tips or some good information with you. That's certainly how we roll at Advent. One of the things that we wanted to talk about this month was about third-party breach, as it's so common and it seems to be in the news all the time. The amount of businesses and organisations that have been breached through a third party or an ongoing relationship that they weren't actually aware of. If we have a look at the research that came out of the Ponemon Institute a couple of years ago, it tells us that only 29% of the respondents in that particular survey said that a third party would contact them about a data breach. That's quite a small number when you think about the complex relationships and the amount of sensitive data that's being shared. And a very small percentage, only 12%, were confident that they would learn if their sensitive data had been lost or stolen by what they call an nth vendor, so somewhere beyond that first sharing level. Many organisations don't even have a comprehensive list of who they share data with just at a first level, never mind any ongoing sharing that might happen out of their sight or beyond their reach. For many organisations, one of the difficulties is the complexity in third-party relationships is a real barrier to being able to get together a comprehensive list of these third parties. And when you consider so few actually have this kind of inventory, you begin to understand why there's such a growth in the numbers of these kind of breaches. And add to that a very small number being confident in knowing that their information, knowing if their information is being accessed or processed by further parties in ongoing relationships that they can't actually see. So those nth degree relationships that they simply don't have any sight or governance over. So despite the risk, the management of outsourced relationships doesn't seem to be a priority, and this, I feel, is something that we need to be talking about, certainly in Cybersecurity Month. We can't let this chance pass us by to talk about supply chain relationships and being able to audit those in your supply chain and gain assurance of what is happening to your information that you are sharing. What level of access do your vendors or suppliers have into your organisation? And what happens to any ongoing sharing? Is there any ongoing sharing? Can you have any control over that? And just get some governance in place to be able to help you manage that relationship. If you've got an up-to-date information asset register officer, that's a really good place to start. If you haven't, it's going to be more challenging, but it's not impossible. And there are things in place. There are organisations like ourselves who can help you with some of the heavy lifting when it comes to trying to sort out what is actually happening in your supply chain, get some vision and oversight to what's happening to your information and who exactly is accessing it at any one time. Anyway, welcome to Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Hope you have a riot. There's going to be lots and lots of information on our blog and on our YouTube channel, on our Instagram, on our TikTok, all sorts of stuff. So keep coming back.